let's talk about this book, The Rebirth of an English Country House, St. Giles House. I bought this book knowing I would probably really enjoy it, but I ended up loving it. It's one of the best books I've read recently, especially if you're into history and old houses, which I definitely am. So first of all, it is just a beautiful book. It's so beautifully photographed. It's interesting. Here's my cat coming to say hi. I also just love following the journey of a home that's being restored. For me, that would be a dream to work on a home and restore it. But what I love is that it's not only sharing the process of restoring the home, but it shares so much of the history of this family, as well as through some tragic events, this young man and his wife ended up inheriting the home, and he ended up becoming the 12th Earl of Shaftsbury, which he, as the younger son, was not supposed to, but his older brother died. So then he ended up being left with this home. So it's the story not only of the restoration of the house, but also of there's my cat again. I usually shut them out, but whatever. But also about his family and how this home we think about like inheriting this big English manor as being like this awesome thing, which it would be, but it was also a tremendous burden 2 generations before him. And people who had tried in his family to restore the home ended up spending so much money on it to the point where it just about ruined them. So this house had this history of being sort of an anchor to the family. And so to restore the home to something that is usable for the family and also sharing that story, I just found that to be so beautiful. And of course, the home ended up it's beautiful. I don't want to show you the whole house because I don't want to kind of ruin that experience for you. One of the things that was also so cool was they were able to find the car that belonged to the gentleman, I can't think of his name now, but that belonged to his great-grandfather. They found the exact car in a listing online, and they were able to buy it and restore it so the car could be back with the estate again. There's so many other fun things that they did to this home to make it livable for their family, but also to respect the history of the house. And man, I loved looking at the library. There are books in here that I think date back to the 1500s. Like, can you imagine that, having that in your house? All these old vellum books and stuff. And then this little statue, apparently there is a similar one in, where is it? In the Piccadilly Circus. And so apparently the one in Piccadilly Circus points to this one. They're not 100% sure about that, but they wanted to make sure that their statue pointed back to the one at Piccadilly Circus. So they ended up doing that, which I love all those little touches. And again, I don't want to ruin the book too much for you because it's not only a great like coffee table book just to have and browse through, but it really is a wonderful book to read, which is exactly what I did. I sat down one afternoon and I was planning on just sort of looking through it, and I ended up reading the whole thing because it was just so captivating and just so good. So if you're into homes, you're into history, you're into English country houses, you are absolutely going to love this book as much as I did. It's The Rebirth of an English Country House, St. Giles House.